and welcome to Road Hazard
Speed and Marine.
At the incessant requests of a couple of friends of mine, I have decided to start recording my automotive misadventures. And I figured what better place to start than with this. I have a bad back from my days in the Army. Oh, so doing this kind of stuff feels great. Get out of here, you damn monster! She's been collecting some oily exhaust dirt for a while underneath the valley pan there. Good God. Oh my freaking Lord almighty. Yeah! I had to pick up the most important piece of my toolkit. It's that dude. That's my Corgi, Waffles. And he likes cruising as much as I do, so we went and picked him up. I haven't had any issues.
Are you sure about that?
This is pretty normal for me. That's not so normal. Okay, we're underneath the car. We're gonna try and tap one of these freeze plugs in. I'm pretty sure there's kits you can buy to install these things, but what we have is the end of a broom handle that we cut off with a Sawzall with a metal bit. And we discovered the heater core leaks. So, we got that going for us now. I like to call this the limited slip test. Here's the aftermath of the workbench after we cleaned up the first head. Yeah, I know I'm wearing gloves. I'm such a baby. That's not normal. The 3 cylinders that are not at top dead were full of water, which is what you want with your performance V8. But seeing as how this is an extra performance V8, we went ahead and performed the water delete. It is going down fairly simply, which is kind of a godsend.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Bite your damn tongue. Yeah, go knock on some wood. Oh boy, that really sucks. Great. Grand. Wonderful. Oh man, am I really gonna give up right now? I'm one fuse away from an automobile. Mamma mia! Oh. Oh. Yeah! Hot mama. And all that culminated to this. You guys can hear that, right? The vacuum leak. Responsive when she's nice and warm, isn't she? Maybe I'll put you down here and you guys can get some exhaust. Yeah, she needs shocks.
I say again, if it works, is it really a dumb idea?
This is proof why even if shocks look like they've been replaced recently, as these ones did, they're not always good. Unless it's just shy. This is death, which is why don't do this at home. That should be it. Yep. All right, got a fuel cell. And then I'm gonna zip tie a rag over the top to keep the gas in there. There's that dirty rag we found on the floor earlier that we used to clean out battery terminals with. Yeah, that one. Perfect.
A little bit of battery acid dust on it.
It's an old Mopar. It'll run on fucking hopes and dreams. All the Mopar people in my comment section are going, "Yeah, Mopar, no car," right now. And I just want you to know that I'm on to you. Yeah, see, that's OSHA approved right there. We don't want to lose that, so we'll put that right there.
Close the hood so we just...
Yeah, and we should probably put this clamp somewhere special so we don't lose it. So we'll stick that right down there on the frame rail. And then we'll just... Done. He's big chillin'. 1957 Studebaker President. Driving the 57. That's drive, I think. Oh my god. Power steering actually functionable. Oh, downhill, here we go. Horsepower.
I can hear you give it a gas.
Trying anyway. It does want to take throttle. This carburetor is literally the worst. I took a gamble on one of those Chinesium Edelbrock knockoffs. Not worth.
Didn't it work at first?
No, it's always run like this. Donut. Hey, you want to see something?
This episode is brought to you by Coors Banquet.
This episode is not brought to you by Coors Banquet. This episode is brought to you by every beer except Coors Banquet. See, kids, stuck bolts happen to everybody. Not just you working on your mom's van. There are spark plugs everywhere. We just put it on. Can you see it? There's our movie reference. On this episode, it's 3 minutes after I uploaded the last video. I mean, I literally uploaded it and then walked outside. It's Friday. So, we're getting started early this time. Well, you know, we'll go through and we'll throw a few tacks on it, but I'm not gonna zapparoo the whole thing, because that would take forever. We got the Cheese Ball Welder 9000 ready to go. Got that bubble gum welded in there. You know what they say about bad welders? Good grinders. I am a fantastic grinder. Fixed. Yeah. Oh no, there's Sharpie on the paint. No, it's not. Shut up. Beating that roll pin out of the column may have had an adverse effect on my cheapo tachometer. See the needle? Not doing needle stuff anymore. Fine. Let's see, 3 bolts, the column, the pivot arm. And then, I'm still talking about the weather. What am I doing? Procrastinating. I'm gonna cut all of this out. Second hit. Today you join me in the engine workshop. That's definitely not my tiny garage. And get this all back together and mated to that and put into that. Not the door, but what's behind the door. I have almost finished cutting out. It's she flapping. Done. You're probably wondering why I didn't, you know, zap it all the way around. Well, you don't necessarily have to, a point which I will now prove. It's in there. I huffed way too much paint and I'm seeing stars, but that's fine because she's all black. Top and bottom. And I need to sit down for a little while. There's more paint, I think, in my nose than on the car. There might be something to these run-of-the-mill catalog cars, you guys. I'm not saying I'm sold on it. I'm not about to spend the rest of my life building Novas, Chevelles, Mustangs, and whatever. But, ow! They have their place. Damn, that's snazzy. All right, well now we get to road test the new wheel because I'm going to drive to my dad's office and get this taken care of the right way. That isn't an ice pack ace-wrapped to my head with a piece of toilet paper over the hole. It's a great view of my forearm, isn't it? See all my arm hair glistening in the sun. So you got to get inside the thing. You got to straddle the shifter. Hope it doesn't, you know, smash you in the nuts or nothing. We're gonna hot tank this thing real quick. You know, give it the old acid dip and get it all cleaned up. Just bring this over here to the hot tank. Hot tanking. Hot tanking. Hot tanking. Definitely not hose water. Shut up! Hooligans. How about that? Is that satisfactory? Not really. I wouldn't be satisfied. Don't say yes. Don't lie to me. How's that? Is that okay? Hope so, because that's what we're doing. Deal with it. I'm the one with the camera. See under this crap, there's another intake manifold. Today we're gonna work on not a car, it's a trailer. It's my extremely derelict car trailer, 16-foot dovetail, homemade out of a boat trailer and some scrap steel. She's a unit. Oh yeah. I've towed cars with it like 5 or 6 times, and 3 of those times it's exploded or caught fire. So I figured maybe we should fix it for real this time so that stops happening. Yeah. The first time it had the duster on it, and well, one of the hubs caught fire because the bearing buddy fell off and got too hot and ground the hub down to nothing, or the spindle rather, so, and the hub. So we had to shuffle the car as far to the right front corner of the trailer as possible to get weight off of that axle. And then we took a chain and some ratchet straps and ratchet strapped the corners together to, you know, whoop. And then we drove it like that 500 miles. And the tire exploded on this side because, well, there was a lot of weight on it and it was old and dry rotted. So we just put the one off the exploded axle on it and limped it the rest of the way home. We made it. And then I removed that axle when we got home, so it was just a single axle. And I towed my 54 Ford home with it. And then I traded a buddy of mine an old motorcycle for some work on it. And he put this new axle that I got under it for me. And I put my buddy's Jeep on it. And that tire exploded and ripped that fender off. So now we're fixing that side, because I don't have any more motorcycles to give to Jim. I forgot to film the intro, so intro. She had an oopsie that may have affected her ability to tow just a little bit. And, basically, first things first, we got to rip out all this old crap, because the guy I bought this trailer from, believe it or not, I know you won't just by looking at it, this hodgepodge together deal, he was a little bit of a crackhead. So the wiring is crackhead wiring, which exploded. So that actually came off super easy. All I had to do was completely destroy it. Let me get my wire cutters. Ow! Ow! That's thorny. That's all done, welded up. The quality of some of those welds is absolutely shameful. Actually, most of them. Like, I'm embarrassed. Rust proof. Rust proof. Today you joined me in the cockpit of the 67 Buick Special in the middle of the vast southern Idaho desert with waffles. We have embarked on our 3,130 mile drive from southern Idaho all the way to central Florida. You guys ever see Rust Valley Restorers? Viva Las Vegas! Gucky, Dolky, and Gabanana, or some shit. I don't know, I think they sell belts. I'm getting a lot of attention from drunk people. Take a lot of stock in the stories that old things can tell. It's one of the reasons I'm so gung-ho obsessed about old cars. Driving this 57-year-old Buick on Old Route 66 makes my heart happy in ways that I can't really explain. But damn, that's cool. Oh, it's a flathead. That's way cooler. All right, the car just died randomly, won't restart. I think I vaguely smell electrical something. So we'll crawl under the hood and see what that's about. The good news is we're in the middle of a bustling metropolis. There's an ARP bolt holding in this almost definitely Chinese distributor. So that's fun. Do you guys remember, like, I think it's the first or no, it's the second episode of Roadkill. Maybe the third, I don't know, it's one of the first season. But look, it's the Roadkill Cafe that they passed. I didn't realize they were on Route 66 on that trip. That's pretty cool. We just pulled off the freeway into Winslow. This is probably the stop I'm most excited for. Because soon we're gonna be standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford. She slowed down to take a look at me. Take it easy. The corner in Winslow, Arizona. Glen Fry, flathead Ford. Pretty damn cool. But yeah, it's like hailing super hard right now. Hail is coming in the vehicle. You got a hail on you. There you go, buddy. Oh, do you want me to close that window? Dude, you're getting hailed on. I complained about the roads a lot driving in Arizona. I very naively thought to myself, there's no way the roads get worse than this. And then I crossed the border into New Mexico. I'm turning the rod with my hand to lengthen it, to extend the throw on the old clutch, because it's completely bricked. Well, I couldn't drive past all of this cool. This thing is insane. Thing is bananas. The tarmac just kind of completely stopped. So now we're on gravel. Should we go that way? We're going on an adventure, boof. Now we're going this way. I got out, took some photos of the Buick on the dirt road before we hit tarmac again. And I got a little cactus stuck to my foot. Get out of there. Wow, that thing is in there. I might need to use tools to get those out. Those are stuck, big time. I just wanted to say, New Mexico, take notes. Texas knows how to maintain I-40, damn it. Look at those tail fins. Man, I can smell the paint from here. Look at all the layers of paint just dripping off these things. These are all 54s, I think. 56? I think that's a 57. I actually don't know. I'm sure it's online somewhere. Well, this is like the coolest building I've ever seen. Look at that. They're closed right now, or I'd go in, but we fit right in. Old Comic Station. This is so cool. Still better than the roads in New Mexico. I think I've broken every boomer car rule I can think of on this trip. Got my dog in the car. I've eaten every meal in the car. I've driven the car in the rain, sleet, snow, hail, high wind, on gravel roads, on dirt, washboards. I mean, we're breaking all the rules, as it were. You don't make memories with your car driving it onto a trailer and hauling it to a show twice a year. You don't make memories with your car by putting it under a car cover and letting it hibernate all winter. You make memories by twisting the key, dumping the clutch, and barbecuing tires for 3 city blocks. Remember that distributor we swapped out on this trip? I knew that was going to be a problem beforehand. And I kept telling myself, oh, I'll fix it eventually. And I never did. So I threw it in the trunk of the car. We set off, and what do you know? It was a problem. And guess what? We fixed it. On the side of Route 66. And I'm going to remember that forever. Driver rear is sitting lower than the driver or passenger rear. I don't know if you can see that. But the rear spring on the driver's side is just completely collapsed. And the only thing holding the car off the bump stops are those little spacers that they put in there for extra ride height. Good morning from Baton Rouge. I will say, actually, on this whole trip, the what is it, Baton Rouge Southeast Motel 6 is the nicest Motel 6 I've ever stayed in, with the exception of that big hole in the wall. There's actually 2 different manifolds on this engine, left to right. It's a long story.
What kind of car is this?
67 Buick Special.
Oh, okay. Nice car.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Nice guy. Don't pee on the artillery waffles. Go find air defense artillery and pee on that. It's useless anyway. My God, what a majestic beast. Imagine you're in the Imperial Navy on one of those dinky little crapshoots. You see this monstrosity sailing at you. I'm just in awe. Imagine being stationed on this friggin' thing. It's gotta be 800 feet long.
shit.
Hey, 155s. I shot 155s in the Army, not like this one. I don't even know what this is. My buddy Tom would know. Tom could smell the metal on this plane and tell me what it was. Sure, I've been in denial of how big this unit is this whole time. For some reason, it seemed smaller to me, but it's a big chonking unit. I was like, yeah, that front right feels a little funny. And the reason for that is it's collapsed completely. Not supposed to stay down. It's not a two-piece drill bit, but is now a two-piece drill bit. To show you how cold it is, I went and grabbed a meat thermometer. That's 44 degrees. I'll take it. The good news is it's really quiet. And look at that beautiful machine there. Ooh-wee. And a very nice Impala. Oh, I didn't even see the Camaro. It's kind of a hoopty, I'm a fan. Only the highest quality
87 octane for this.
pile of crap. It's kind of windy today and we're figuring out that the Explorer is a little top heavy. We're going woo as we move around. And also there's a little wrench icon now. But I don't know what that is, so we're gonna ignore it. It's dent time. All right, I have my precision bodywork tools. We're gonna be able to ask at least $300 for this now. Yeah. Basically, what had happened was the wheels that we put on the Buick fit great until we drove through New Mexico. And New Mexico decided that it would be really cool if the front tires rubbed when we turned the wheel back and forth. So, you'll notice we have professionally rolled fenders now. That's fine. This may have been a problem in the past, which is of course evidenced by the coil spring spacers that the prior guy just kind of crammed in there. Not just one, but two. You know, really got to get the lift on there.
Jack the car up, take the wheel and tire off. My brother is cleaning it because he's obsessive.
And that's my brother, by the way. He's not important, don't worry about him. But
Not important, huh?
having fun. Next time. Tommy couldn't get this shock nut off.
Shut up.
So I went ahead and just did that for him. But basically, we're gonna do exactly the same thing we did on the other side, but left. Oh, I desperately hope the angle was wide enough to get that on the camera. My brother just cold cocked himself in the crotch with an impact gun.
Very nice.
Hang on, I need to see what this thing. Let me just use all 8 of my octopus arms to hold this suspension together while Tommy vacuums the dirt out of the spring perch. Alright, and the rear springs are installed. So we'll reconnect the shocks, and then drop it on the ground and we're done.
What are you talking about? It's over there.
What?
I couldn't see it.
It's right there.
I see it now.
Hello. See how she wallers.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's way better.
Nick, you're gonna flip the thing. Oh my god.
Tommy's not quite used to the boats that we're used to here at Road Hazard. 'Cause that is precision handling.
No, stop that. Okay. Oh my god.
This thing handles like an F1 car.
No.
Of course, I'm telling you, this thing would kill a slalom. It's got a sway bar.
Yeah.
Look at it controlling the sway.
Right.
No environmental hazards were caused in the making of this segment, and part of that is because I like to use the lever vent caps, you know, psss,
So I just opened it and let it drain into my overflow here. A lot of that excess pressure, so a lot of the coolant that was up here just went down into that. These ants are just enormous. Come here, fella. Let me show you to the people. Come here. Come here. Get on there. Get on there. They're camera shy. Because it idles down like another 200 RPM. Just. Try the hose trick. We'll get a piece of hose and put one end in the ear and feel around with the other side of the hose, and when we hear the that's where the leak is.
America,
It hemorrhages oil in this whole vicinity. It just kind of goes. This is plastic, and it's not in there. So I'd like it to be in there. So we'll just use some of the RTV we're going to use on the gaskets on that and go. Loaded up the dog because that's it. We did it.
We maintenanced and readied this truck to move along on its merry way and make some 16-year-old somewhere very happy when he rolls it into a ditch at 40 miles an hour at 2:30 in the morning.